First of all, a people's pleaser is somebody who excessively, continuously puts the needs of others above their needs. They put people above themselves. They literally let people step on them, have their way with them, and their desire is to make sure that every other person is happy and happy with them. They feel based on how other people feel about them. So if I'm going to be happy, then I need somebody to be happy with me for me to feel fulfilled and for me to feel happy. Let's do this. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Now that we have the definition out of the way, how do you know you are a people's pleaser? First thing is, if you always find yourself wanting to know how other people feel about a situation, especially a situation that affects you or concerns you directly, then it's very likely that you are a people's pleaser. Always wanting to know what people think. Do you think this is okay? Do you think it's okay if I do this? Do you think it'll be okay if I go there? Do you think it'll be okay if I respond in this manner? You are a people's pleaser. You have to have an opinion of your own. You have to be able to tell what you want without getting the opinion of other people. Okay, so you should know how you want to respond to a situation. You should know how you feel about a situation. You shouldn't always decide on what to do based on what other people have to say concerning the situation. This in no way takes away the place of counsel. The Bible says that there is wisdom in the multitude of counsel, okay, and we know that wisdom is profitable to direct, but you should be able to know how you feel, like genuinely, this is how I feel about this thing. Yes, be open to correction, but don't let people's feelings and people's thoughts be your feelings and your thoughts. Okay, have a mind of your own. Another thing you should take note of is if your opinion is easily swayed by the opinions of other people. So let's say you've made up your mind about a situation, is good, you know that it doesn't in any way go against what God would do or what God would say or what the Bible says, and you've made up your mind that this is what you want to do, this is what you want for yourself. And then after talking to somebody and getting their opinion, all of a sudden you feel like your decision wasn't the best, you should probably do it in the way they said, or you should probably just not do it at all because they said if they were in your shoes they wouldn't do it. It's true that sometimes after talking to people you will get ideas from them and you may want to adjust your course of action or make a few changes because what they are saying it sounds better and it seems better, and that's okay because we learn from people. We improve ourselves from talking to people, from listening to podcasts, from listening to things, and that is okay. But when this becomes a habit for you, when you realize that every single time you make a decision, another person's decision is always better than yours, you need to start thinking, am I just a follower? Am I a people's pleaser? Am I just living life based off of what people think and what people feel? These are just some things you should really think about, because it's not normal that in this life everybody's every idea is better than your every thought and your every idea. Like, come on, there's probably some lack of self-confidence somewhere. You probably lack some confidence in yourself and in your ideas, and that's why you are always being swayed. Or you probably just want to even do what people are saying because you want to be in their good books. You want it to seem like, oh well, she listens to me, Yole listens to me, Yole takes advice, Yole is not strong-headed, things like that. Trust me, be your own person, okay? You're an amazing person, and I believe that if God speaks to you, then he gives you amazing ideas. You need to believe more in yourself and in the ideas that God gives you, and you have to trust the direction that God is giving you. Next thing is having a strong inability to say no to things you do not want, or situations that don't serve you, situations that are not beneficial to you, things that you cannot support, things that you don't have the capacity for. People pleasers neglect how they feel, and they neglect the toil that certain things will have on them, just because they want to please other people, because they don't want to say no, because they want to be available for other people. But you need to think about yourself, okay? You need to just be mindful of yourself. I don't know, treat yourself with so much respect, so much love, and so much value. Know your worth, and don't just say yes to everything because you want other people to be comfortable. How about being comfortable for once? How about making sure that you're taking care of you most of the time? Because honestly, people take care of themselves most of the time. That's just the truth. If you find yourself saying I'm sorry too much and saying please too much, there's a problem. Trust me, there's a problem. You can't be sorry when you haven't done anything wrong. You can't be begging for things that you deserve and things that are rightfully yours. Okay, so you could find yourself begging for attention. You could find yourself begging for support. You could find yourself begging for the bare minimum from people who you expect to be your friends, people whom you expect to love you, people whom you expect to show you care and attention. See, if a person is for you, they are for you, okay? If somebody says, you know what, I got you, they should actually have your back. If somebody tells you I love you, they should love you. They should show that they love you. You don't have to go begging for these things. You don't have to go begging for the love. You don't have to go begging for the attention, begging for the care, begging for the help. Come on. And saying sorry over every single thing, blaming yourself for every single thing that happens, for every single thing that goes wrong, always sacrificing yourself and letting yourself be the scapegoat. Why? If you find yourself seeking for validation from people, it's not a good sign, okay? Seeking for validation, it's in different ways, right? Some people seek for validation maybe about how they look. Some people seek for validation in terms of how intelligent they are, or how valuable they are, or how important they are, or just what they can offer. So if you realize that you need somebody to tell you you look beautiful to feel beautiful, then there's a problem. If you need somebody to tell you that you are smart for you to feel smart, then there's a problem. Like, there are certain things that I believe you should know about yourself. Just know these things about yourself. Why? Because God said so. That's like the very first reason. God said so. Know who you are, okay? I strongly believe that self-awareness and self-love will stop rubbish. Like, self-awareness and self-love will save you from a ton of BS, okay? So you don't need people to tell you that I don't know, that you are something before you believe that you actually are that thing. And it's even with the smallest things. You cook food that tastes good in your mouth, but if somebody doesn't eat and say, oh my god, you're a good cook, then you don't feel like the food is nice. There are so many ways for you to tell that you are a people's pleaser and you lack a lot of self-confidence, but we're going to end with this one. If you find yourself explaining too much, there's a problem. If you find yourself always trying to explain yourself, always trying to justify and give reasons to why you did what you did, if you find yourself always trying to make people see where you are coming from, or always make people understand why you said what you said, or why you felt the way you felt, there's a problem. Okay, we have an issue there. You shouldn't always, try to validate yourself. You shouldn't always try to make people see reasons with you. Like, people don't really always have to understand where you're coming from, and when I say some of these things, it's not like, trying to make people understand where you're coming from is a bad thing, but we are talking about situations where this has become your life. It's like a part of you. You do it excessively, you do it uncontrollably without even realizing that that is what you are doing. Of course, you find yourself in situations where you have to, explain why certain things happened and why you made certain decisions, and that's okay. But if you always have the need for people to understand you and where you're coming from, like, if they don't understand you, then you're not okay. That's where the problem is. It's as simple as you don't always have to defend yourself. I've been seeing this meme that says, I'm at a point in my life where if you understand me or not, I'm okay. I think we need to get to that place where this is me, and this is me being my authentic self. This is me being honest. And if people are willing to, dig deeper, to try to understand you, to try to, see where you are coming from, then that's beautiful. But don't go around trying to, make everybody know that this is why I did this, and this is why I did that, and this is why I felt this way, and this is why I said this thing. You could even have maybe have some very little issue with somebody and you can't sleep. Why? Because you've not told the person your mind. You've not explained why you said it. You've not explained what the person said that made you feel the way you felt, and you can't breathe. Really? I'm sharing this from a lot of experience. A lot. So I know where I'm coming from with this point, and I pray that you hear me, you hear me, and you consider these things and reflect, think about them, and begin to make changes. I'll end the video with this. I saw a soundbite from a video, a Korean series, and it was just a guy talking to himself, and he was like, of all the things I've loved in this world, why haven't I loved me? And it was so deep. Like, we have capacity to love. We are people who have been given so much capacity to love. It's in our nature to love, and love like really much, because if God should say that the greatest commandment is to love him and to love our neighbors as ourselves, then he has given us so much capacity to love. So why are we not loving ourselves so much? Because I believe that some of these issues stem from lack of self-love. Okay, we don't love ourselves enough to see that we are worthy, we are valuable, and not let people treat us anyhow. And you know, the worst part is sometimes people don't even want to treat you anyhow. People don't want to take advantage of you. You are the one just letting yourself being, I don't know, you literally put yourself before people as a rug for them to walk on. And that's what is very sad about this thing. So you treat yourself right, show yourself so much love, you know. That's what I need you to take away from this video, because if you love yourself without understanding the things I have said, the moment you begin to love yourself, your eyes will be open to all these things I'm talking about. You will even have like deeper and better understanding of every single thing I've shared in this video. Now that this video is done, I realized I didn't even ask you how you guys were doing at the start of the video, because honestly this thing was so heavy on me that I needed to share it, and share it like so quickly to just get off my chest. And I'm happy we've done that. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been okay. It's been a while since I posted on this channel, but yeah, let me know how you're doing in the comment section. And you know the drill, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.